Hey guys, Steve here with Soul Lifts, doing a video here by request about foods that are high in protein and low in fat. Well, obviously there's a lot of recipes out on the internet, but this is just some stuff I grabbed this evening at the local supermarket, so I'm going to go through what I've got on the counter here and give you some information on the macronutrient levels. I'll start with the biggest, most obvious one, which is the protein powder, the whey protein powder. This particular whey protein powder, for one scoop, is going to give 32 grams, for 2 scoops, is going to give 32 grams of protein. It's going to give a total of 12 grams of fat, right? So that's a ratio of 32 grams of protein to 12 grams of fat, but certain other protein powders that you can buy, different whey protein powders, are going to have different macronutrient levels. They might not have so much fat in them. The ones that have a little bit more fat I find taste better. That's why I drink them. Obvious here, we've got some Chunk Light tuna in water. Now I was looking for a can of tuna in water. I couldn't find one easily at the store, so I just grabbed this instead to give you an idea of what the macronutrient levels are going to be like. And on the back here we have 0 grams of fat and 21 grams of protein per 100 gram serving. This is 170 grams, so you eat this package, you're looking at a good close to 30 grams of protein with 0 grams of fat. They also come in little cubes. There's one that's available locally. They come in a little cube, but I think those are packed with some kind of filler product because they have several grams of fat per serving. Here we've got chicken breast in a can. This is 135 gram serving. The macronutrients here, each 45 gram serving is going to have 8 grams of protein and again 0 grams of fat. So if you eat one of these cans, you're looking at a good 20-25 grams of protein per each serving. These tiny little cans here. You can get 3 of these locally for about $4 or $5. Similar story here. It's just another brand of it. You've got 5 grams of protein per 30 gram serving. These again 135 gram canisters. So again, if you add it up, that's going to be about the same, 0 grams of fat. An egg. 1 egg. Now if you take the egg yolk out, just use the egg white. One large egg is going to have, an egg white is going to have 4 grams of protein and 0.1 grams of fat, basically no fat. However, if you cook with the yolk, the egg's going to have 7 grams of protein and 5 grams of fat, so you're getting a couple extra grams of protein, but a much higher fat content. So if you want to reduce that fat, you want to keep that fat low, take the yolk out. Chicken. Now I just did a video the other day on a chicken salad recipe, and I said there was 120 grams of protein for a 600 gram serving of chicken breasts. It's actually higher than that. According to the US FDA website, 100 grams of chicken breast has 31 grams of protein, so a 600 gram serving is going to have 186 grams of protein. However, I was dropping that, accounting for cooking. When you cook them, they're going to lose 20-25%. I don't know how much of the protein is going to burn off in that, so I've heard on different websites that the protein content can drop to about 21 grams. I've seen it from 21 grams up to about 31 grams of protein per 100 gram serving, so I said 120 to be on the safe side, but actually a package like this probably contains almost 200 grams of protein in it. Shrimp. I like to throw this into pasta dishes when I'm allowed to eat some carbs. This is 400 grams of shrimp per 100 gram serving. There's 6 grams of protein and 0.3 grams of fat. So while there isn't a lot of protein in shrimp, there is a very, very low fat content, and they're tasty, and they add some textures to some meals, so you can throw those in. Mix it up with your tuna if you like. I got a couple other odds and ends here. This is anchovies, a small can of anchovies and olive oil. I imagine the olive oil is probably going to add to the fat content there. Macronutrients, I don't know if you can read it from there. Per 100 grams of anchovies, you get 24 grams of protein and 10 grams of fat. So they are a little bit higher in the fat, but do have a lot of protein in them. A lot of fish will do that as well. Kidney beans. Kidney beans here have, this is a 3-serving container. So 1/3 of this regular sized can is going to have 7 grams of protein and only 1 gram of fat. So that's a pretty good ratio of protein to fat. I've also read that black beans, 1 cup of cooked black beans, has about 7.5 grams of protein and only 0.5 grams of fat. Other foods that aren't here that are also good to consider: cottage cheese. And if you're living in Korea, cottage cheese can be a nightmare to find. Cottage cheese has, in 1/2 cup serving, 16 grams of protein, 1 gram of fat. Great fat to protein ratio there. Tofu has 15 grams of protein. It can have 5 to 9 grams of fat depending on what it's packaged with. So if you want to grab some tofu, just check the package out and make sure how much fat's in there. It has a lot to do with what it's packed in. Of course, if you want to leave a comment below with your own favorite high protein, low fat foods, that would be appreciated. But this is just some quick ideas of stuff that's available locally, available quickly, that can fit within whatever the macronutrient plan that you have is if you're trying to get high proteins and low fat. Alright, until next time guys, keep growing.